Good morning. I still have Congressman Gregg Harper with me today, and I just could not end our talk with not going and needing him a little bit about what he thinks about our candidates for president.
And you probably want to know, who am I supporting?
Well, of course, doesn't everyone?
I am supporting the Republican nominee for president of the United States.
There you go, there you go. You've been taught well.
How's that? Does that work?
That sounds great. That works.
It's an exciting time, particularly for Mississippi. I mean, my goodness, we haven't gotten any attention like this from the national level since President Ford and Ronald Reagan were in a primary battle in 1976. And you go back to that year, and actually there's a great book on the 1976 Republican primary, and it has a chapter in it called Bloody Mississippi.
Oh, neat.
Because Mississippi really wound up being the key vote, and that movement to Ford instead of Reagan really was critical in that year for Ford. Although I love Gerald Ford, but Reagan would have sure been nice in '76 instead of Jimmy Carter. But here we are now. We've got all the major candidates. I don't believe Ron Paul is coming to Mississippi unless I've missed it. He may, but thus far we've had former Speaker Newt Gingrich, former Senator Rick Santorum, and Governor Mitt Romney, all in Mississippi, overlap, probably waving at each other at the airport as they come in and out. And it's an exciting time to be a Republican and be involved in that. We'll see how it all shakes out. I am not endorsing anyone for the primary of Mississippi. We will certainly be extremely supportive of that. It's been a little painful to watch some of the debates.
Oh, I agree. Because I think, why don't we just have to kill each other?
As a Republican, you don't like to see the circular firing squad that's going on.
Right.
But I was visiting with one of my friends in the House who's Democrat. We were discussing it, and I said, somebody told me the other day as we're watching this is March, that the battle in '08 between Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama wasn't decided until June. And I said, but I just seem to enjoy that one so much more than I am this one. And he said, yeah, it's just, I guess it's which angle you're looking on it. But we'll see how it all shakes out. All three have great supporters in Mississippi. I believe that Governor Bryant was introducing and endorsing Mitt Romney when he arrived here on Friday for the farmers market,
right,
on High Street in Jackson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people that I admire have endorsed him, as they have Santorum and Gingrich. And then there's an energy level with Ron Paul among college students.
That's so strange to me. It's been there since the last election too. He hasn't kind of.
But here's what we need to understand: as everybody goes and selects who they're going to support, and as we see how this, it's not going to be decided next Tuesday with the primaries in Mississippi and Alabama. We're going to be doing this for a while. But we know this: when it's all said and done, we will all hug and kiss and sing Kumbaya and get behind whoever the nominee of the party is, and realize that this country cannot endure 4 more years of an Obama administration. So whatever the differences and preferences we may all have among the various candidates, I think we'll clean all that up, and we'll go forward knowing that it's a critical time for our country and we need a Republican president.
It is, and we do. I agree. Thank you so much for coming.
Great to
I
be here.
appreciate you
Thank
realizing
you so
the
much.
importance of
Thank
McGee,
you.
Mississippi,
Hey,
and coming and stopping.
we love to come, and just when I go out on the road, we use Simpson County as a great example of how Republicans have really transformed over the years the county. And of course, I'm in Rankin County, and we've kind of done that. But there are a lot of counties that haven't caught on to how good we've got it down in Simpson County, and we use y'all as a great role model as we try to encourage some of the other elected officials to maybe switch parties or in the future run as a Republican, because we know that's where their heart is.
That's right, that's right. Dr. Charles, old Dr. Pruitt, we call him old Dr. Pruitt, Dr. Charles Pruitt, the senior, junior, whichever it was such a fundamentalist in changing and just changing all of us here in this area. And then, of course, Charles' son has been in it. But we've got such a great women's
My
Republican,
goodness.
you know.
Yeah.
Jen and all that group,
Yeah.
they are just fantastic.
Jan
And they're
McGee
working.
and Miss Fortenberry.
Yeah,
you know,
they're
you
just
go on
great.
and on. These are
They
just
are.
great
They are.
friends and people.
They
that
are.
We can't do this by ourselves.
No. They're great. They're great. I hope you'll have a great day. And if you have any questions, if you'll email them to me at sue@MageeNews.com, I will be glad to be sure that they were forwarded on to Congressman Harper, and I bet he'll address your questions.
Thank you.